And then the other big framing that we can use that was really powerful was not just taking what was working in one watershed, but how do we take those and connect them across watersheds? How do we connect them across landscapes? We came up with this idea of Regenerate Cascadia. There's a big difference between, I think, regenerative work, which is building these systems, which is the boots on the ground. And a lot of it's really simple, because the most simple thing is that nature doesn't stop at the end of a private property lot, right? It doesn't stop at a fence. And so oftentimes a lot of this stuff that we're teaching and learning, and it's really unlearning, is the easiest thing in the world. Here's a shocker. You live in a watershed, organized by a watershed. And everybody goes, whoa, their minds are blown, and it's, and sometimes it's that really simple, like tick that it shifts our thinking out of these arbitrary nation state boundaries and borders that don't make sense, that by working within them, it's divisive. It doesn't work. It creates competition and scarcity. And I think the Colorado River and Great Lakes are both really good examples of this, where you have an international boundary running through it. You have different states which are competing for very scarce resources, rather than coming together in a bioregional way, which would look at the whole watershed, everybody impacted, and then work together to create a management plan and start with that holistic nature. It's how solutions and people can work together to really find these place appropriate technologies and ways of living that can be regenerative and not extractive. What I think the power of a lot of what we're doing is that it just really makes sense. It's how nature works. Bioregionalism has always been said to be a story from many different voices. And I think hearing the inspirational stories from many different voices, but weaving them together as a coherent narrative, I think is so powerful and so important, because there are so many people out there doing the work, and they each bring a different perspective. And when you create a container where they can come together and connect with each other is so powerful. The other really cool part is these are all amazing people, and a bioregion really is the largest place where those physical connections make sense, right? So it makes sense because someone in Bellingham can work with someone in Eugene, and they can still drive, they can still talk. But when they talk about seeds, it's going to be the same conversation.